Welcome back, everybody. It's Derek, and I'm doing kind of a weird setup here. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome if you're new. My name is Derek, and in today's video, we're going to do something a little bit more different today. We're going to be setting this thing up. There isn't any real packaging instructions in here because guess what it is? It is a bag rack. So, it's a little known fact that I am a little bit of a bag junkie. I'm going to set up the camera over here a little bit just so that way you can get different angles. And anyone who knows me knows that I like bags. It can be a book bag, it can be some type of sling bag, it could be a grocery bag. I love bags. I don't know why. I like bags. Anyways, let me go and turn the GoPro on so that way you can see what I'm looking at. Alright, so here, looking at what we have inside of this bag rack is going to be, I guess, some hooks. I'm not quite sure. There's 8 of them. And then we have some bolts and nuts. Looks like there's a little bit of a screw thing in there. Some non-recyclable white material. We have some poles here with some plastic tubing. I think this is mainly going to be the actual like column where I'm assuming these things are going to be. So we have 4 of these little black rods. Here's the 4th one. Oh, we do have instruction manuals. So this is a bag rack that's wishing me the very best wishes. So let me pause really quick. It was actually my birthday earlier this month, and my girlfriend actually bought me this bag rack because she knows that I am kind of a bag, not going to say the word, but it rhymes with bore. And she knows that if I see a book bag or a sling bag, I'm almost always going to buy it. And so that's why she bought me this bag rack, is because of the fact that purses are to her as book bags are to me. And so here, oops, we're just going to set this little thing up. I do have my tool bag over here just in case I need some tools. And then hopefully it's not going to be something too much. But I just wanted to kind of hang out with you guys. A lot of you have been watching my videos, and you know my name is Derek. I am actually a Filipino American living here in Seattle, and I moved here from Hawaii. Here is the base. It's a pretty solid base. So I moved here from Hawaii, and I gave up island life so I could live here in Washington. Work actually brought me out here because I wanted to be on top of a project while it was still in its infancy stages. So that's why I'm here. I actually think that I like Seattle more than I like Hawaii. And it's, trust me, that's not a bash against Hawaiians. I love Hawaii. But the thing is the traffic in Hawaii is just kind of crazy. H1, H2, H3, all the gridlock on a daily basis. I mean, I get there's Hawaiian time, but then one person can only be so patient, right? And so that's why I gave up that area for Seattle. Now, before the traffic police come and, blow up my comments, I know Seattle and I-5, Bellingham and all that stuff, Tacoma, I know that there's a lot of traffic. And so I would just want to say that the traffic in Seattle is not anywhere as close to the traffic in Hawaii. That's the truth. So here we have, looks like we have the parts for A through O. And so this, I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick it up. This is how it's going to look. It kind of looks like a metallic cactus. So let's go and set this thing up. All right, so we have this section right here. Again, this is the base. And because I'm a guy, I'm not going to actually read the instructions, even though they're literally right here. So we're going to figure this out. And again, this is just to hang out with you guys. So, I am the fourth of 4 children. I have 2 older sisters and 1 older brother. And in the Filipino community, we call them ates or kuya. And depending on where you are from in the Philippines, you call them manong or manang. And I'm not going to get into culture too much in here for the video, but family is important to me. And so the reason why I'm actually making this video is because I said I wanted to hang out with you, but I really just want to share how my life is just on a daily basis for my family. And so I have like 60 some subscribers as of the recording of this video. It's December 12th, 2024. And I have 60 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you. But I make these videos so that way you or my parents or my mom, well, my parents aren't my mom, my parents, my siblings, so that way you guys can kind of see what I'm doing just on like a daily basis. I don't have any siblings or family members that live here in Seattle with me, but one day, maybe, they'll move out here, and then we can all live in Washington together because of the fact that, family is everything. And as I continue to grow on YouTube with my 60 subscribers, you guys are going to become my family too. Okay, so on to the no directions on how to install or set this thing up. We have 8 of these things, which I guess is going to be like the cactus section. And then it looks like the actual setup won't need any serious tools. All right, let me make sure this camera is nice and good to go. My co-assistant, Emmy, my kitty cat, has not shown her face yet because I don't know why. Okay, so we know this is the base, and we know that these rods have to somehow be attached to the base. You would actually be kind of shocked to believe that I'm actually a really good woodworker, and the fact that I'm actually trying to figure out how to do this little metal thing with, I don't know, 20 or so pieces has me a little bamboozled. Really makes me wonder. Here we have the base, and then we have underneath this section. So we have a bolt here with a little bit of a nut on the side there. We're going to stick it into the little bottom portion there, probably add a washer, like so, and then attach it to this like so. So that way we have our base. I don't think I need anything else. Ooh, I almost just reached for the instructions. Shame on me. All right, looks like this kind of metallic, oh, it's not metallic, it's actually plastic. This shiny plastic wannabe metallic thing is probably gonna sit on something like this. So that way I can go ahead and screw this in. So I'm looking at the camera here. I might have to change the camera up so that way you can actually see what I'm doing. All right, so I set up my other camera over here. Hopefully I can give you some B-roll with me kind of setting things up. So that way this video is a little bit more engaging. So here, and then this, and then go ahead and screw that bad boy in. Whenever you're doing any type of screwing for woodworking or any type of just assembly of things, just make sure you know that you're not supposed to force the screw into a thread. If you don't already know that, that's the tip for today. So, I'm not doing so well here. All right, let's do this again. Screw, screw, screw. How's your day going, by the way? I hope that it's going as good as mine is. It's probably no surprise, but YouTube doesn't pay me, and I still have to work a regular 9-to-5 job, And so the reason why my day is going good is because I didn't have to work today. So that's always a day to celebrate, right? Even though I do have to say that my boss, God has really blessed me with an amazing boss. All right, so we have the base. I'm not going to keep lifting this thing up for you because it's so heavy, but that's what it looks like so far. We have that little plastic thing that looks metallic at the bottom. Start off with our very first section there. Oh, also, we have this thing. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up, but this thing is going to go underneath this to tighten this kind of bolt, like so. But I'll do that later once I actually get things kind of set up. Now, we have 3 of these. And so these 3 are going to be the connectors for these. So each of these has a hole inside of it. And we put this kind of no nut screw into each and every single one of these. And again, you definitely do not want to force it, because if you actually strip one of the threads or one of the screws, you might not be in such a good shape afterwards. So see how easy that one went in compared to how it was on the other side? And so now I'm just going to continue to screw. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason here. Well, actually, you know what? I'm probably going to do this a little bit differently. So a little bit more about me is I don't have any kids. I don't necessarily want any kids. But I do have a fur baby. Her name is Emmy. And boy, oh boy, is she a brat. Because of the fact that she acts like my kid. But I love that cat. So whenever you are attaching those, make sure you put that plastic thing there. And I'll actually ask my girlfriend if she can send me the link to this, so that way you can see how much she spent on me for my birthday. Just kidding. All right, so now we have 2 things set up. We have the base, and then we have these 2 metallic things. Hopefully the camera is picking that up. And the GoPro just keeps aiming at the wrong place. So now let's continue on. We have, it looks like this is going to be a little bit different because this one only has 1 screw thingy. So this is probably the very tippy top. And these other 2 have additional screw things. So going to continue to do this. And I actually already see a mistake that I already did. All the joys of not reading the instructions. Men, if you're out there watching this, your girlfriends are going to laugh when I say you need to read the instructions. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and screw this last portion up here at the top. And here you can see, again, you just kind of screw it on, and then you kind of screw it in halfway, and then screw it in this way. So, continuing on to get to know me, I almost always never wear matching socks. Yeah, it's just the truth. I've been this way ever since I was in, I don't even know. I just know that matching socks after they've come out of the laundry and then kind of just trying to match the socks definitely just feels like a waste of time. So you can see this sock is white and then this sock is black. Hey, as long as the sock fits and my feet aren't like all sweaty and gross and stuff like that, it's a sock. So, but I do wear matching shoes. So take with that as whatever you will. All right, so now we have these things, these kind of L-shaped things, and I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to attach them. I'm assuming that they... I did some stuff wrong. All right, so I did a whole bunch of things wrong. I'm gonna fast forward through this clip and then I'm gonna pick back up here in a little bit. You know, I bet you if my neighbors outside saw what I was doing, they'd probably think I was building a certain type of pole in my office or my room, because adults are adults. Let's just be real. Okay, so one thing that I did forget to do, which I wouldn't have forgotten to do had I read the instructions, is that I got these screws right here. They're like a centimeter long. And so these centimeter long screws are supposed to go inside of these bigger holes. And from there, you kind of tighten, you tighten them. I don't think I can show this to you, just gonna drink the I believe juice. Is you put the hole in through, the screw in through the hole, and then you kind of screw this thing in. So if I can get this, and they did give me a little kind of an Allen wrench here to kind of guide the screw in, so that way I can do it. So if I can get a good shot, I will. Otherwise, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to drink the I believe juice. Let me see if I can show this to you. Okay, so the lighting is probably not the best. All right, so here, is that screw, right? And so in there you can kind of see the hex screw. I'm gonna wiggle it around a little bit. And that then feeds into this smaller screw on the outside, which then this, with the smaller screw attachment inside there, is then going to screw into this. And I probably got to do that about 7 more times because I didn't read the instructions. So there's that. So here's another fast forward montage. All right, so here we have these little black ring thingies, and this is actually going to be attached to the hook there, so that way it just kind of secures it. It looks a little bit more fancy, and then it goes just like that. So a little bit more about me, just so that way you guys can connect with me a little bit more. I'm not just some robot human who's doing YouTube videos. I like to cook. I actually wanted to be a chef when I was younger. I didn't do that because I got discouraged by how little some chefs make, and then also just the struggles that chefs have to go through in order to be successful. And so I didn't pursue chef stuff. I do still cook as a hobby. A lot of my cooking knowledge is based off of my parents' restaurant that they own over on the other side of the country. And man, I'll tell you, as you continue to get older, cooking at home and just knowing how to cook, it's such a valuable skill. And gentlemen, if you're watching this, ladies love it when you can cook. So if you can sit there and learn a few dishes, you might be golden if you're looking for a girlfriend, because man, oh man, nothing impresses a woman better than the fact that you're able to cook up something and you're not just one of those guys who focuses on eating fast food. And there's nothing wrong with eating fast food, trust me. I have my fair share of fast food, but again, cooking from home or working or making your own meals, there's something special about that. So I drive a Toyota Tundra, and it's actually been my dream car. I know people are gonna be like, your dream car was a pickup? You damn right it was. Honestly, I was in high school, about 9th grade, when I first saw the Toyota Tundra release. The first gen Toyota Tundra. And I loved it. It's just the curvatures, the way Toyota designed it, and then just, I mean, everything about the truck. It's such a reliable vehicle. Now, I know for those of you who follow Toyota, the Tundras aren't doing so well because of a whole bunch of recalls and whatnot. But generally, Toyota does a pretty good job with maintaining their kind of performance and expectations and keeping their customers nice and happy. So I love my Toyota. I love my Tundra. I don't think I've ever driven anything else outside of a Toyota, so I guess you can call me a Toyota fanboy. You can thank my dad for that. But, I mean, really, honestly, if it works, I don't see why it's not a good brand to keep going back to. It's kind of like YouTubers, right? If you have a YouTuber that brings you things that brings you entertainment, or if you have a certain type of restaurant that you eat on the regular, why change? And so that's just why I decided to stick with Toyota. Also, a heavy influence with my dad. So here we go. We have another one here. So we have one, and then we have two. I think this one's the top one. And this one still has to add a little bit more of those little cacti things. So if you're watching this video, you probably know that this isn't my regular type of video. This video is here to break down the walls between you and me. This is really to help me understand you a little bit more and for you to understand me a little bit more. Because a lot of how YouTubers are is they don't connect with their communities. And I know, like I said, I only have 60 subscribers, but I value every single one of you. And if my YouTube channel continues to grow, I'll value them too. And I'll continue to connect, just like I'm doing here with you. Because I'm not a real YouTuber without you. All right, so what else can I talk about myself? Which, you know, it's a little bit of a hard situation because no one really likes talking about themselves. I mean, at least I don't like talking about myself. So I don't really know what to say other than, all right, we've spoken about animals, children, what else? Spoken about my vehicle. I do IT work, so no one really cares about that. Honestly, IT work is just going to be one of those windows to be like, hey, by the way, my computer, my printer's not printing. And I don't want you to be asking me questions about how to get your printer up and running because it's not what I want. Okay. So now, as you can see here, I hope the camera picks it up. I did put a cover on to the little cactus arm thing there. Definitely probably a different word to use there, but it looks like a cactus to me. So I'm going to continue to screw this thing in here. Make sure you don't screw it in and take an eye out. So as that's screwing in, I do have this thing right here. And this thing is going to be on top of the other cactus arm thing. So since I'm here to kind of just talk to you about things, oops, you can't see me. Okay, so since I'm here to kind of just talk to you about things, I am curious. Why did I put the wrong side on first? You guys distracted me. Okay, so let's unscrew this and then put this thing onto the top so that way I know it's the top. And then I have to screw the other portion in and then this portion. And I think that's it. Okay, so anyways, I would have to say, what do you all truly think about my videos? No harm, no foul. I do need some constructive criticism. Do you like it when I do tech videos? Do you like it when I do cat videos? Do you like it when I do like more know before you go type videos where I go do something for you and then kind of report back what I found? I like doing all, so if you just say all of the above, it's not necessarily a wrong answer. But I want to build a community, and I want you to be a part of it. So let me know what you think is best for this channel. If you ever find out that there's something on the channel that you just absolutely have to know, something that's just something like, oh, I just have to know how to do this, just shoot me an email. My email's listed in my channel profile, and say, hey, Derek, I really need to know how to do this in Seattle. Or I wish you would do something like this. Or I would like you to test a camera like this. Let me know, because if I can do it, I will. Because honestly, your viewership is how I keep these videos on YouTube. It's how I keep it going. So I think I actually messed up here again. If you're wondering why I'm looking over here, it's because I have a viewfinder for my camera, and that's how I know that I'm actually like not looking like a complete goofball on camera. Well, that's unfortunate. All right. So here is the thing. I probably need to tighten some of these little cacti arms in a little bit, and that should be good to go once I tighten them. Interesting build here because just kind of the way the arms kind of settle. I guess I could change that around later, but if you notice here, there are these little holes, and I guess they're just blank holes. I mean, they don't have like a cover or anything. At least I don't think so. And okay, so 1 second, I'm gonna get a few of my book bags and try this thing out. All right, here's 2 of them. We have a Dakine book bag. If you're not familiar with that brand, it's big in Hawaii. It's my travel, like professional bag. There's more. Here is my gaming book bag for my Asus ROG Ally. There's a little bit of a handle thing right here. There's more. Here I have my travel tech bag, and just gonna put this over here. So I put it outside of my view, so that way I'm not covering myself up for this video. And there's that. I'm gonna zoom the camera out really quick. Okay, so now you can kind of get a greater understanding of how my bags are shaping up. So we have my, well, this thing's not off to a good start. All right, so we have my kind of just everyday bag, my professional bag, my gaming bag over here, which I use pretty regularly. So it's gonna be something like that. And then on this side, we have my System G bag. This is my tech travel bag. So whenever I'm actually like traveling somewhere, I'll put all my valuable technology inside of there. And then we have my hiking bag, which again, if you haven't been to Washington and done any of their hikes, well, that's not supposed to happen. Wonder why that happened. Oh, because I put the arms on incorrectly. They're all supposed to be facing upwards. That makes so much more sense. Yeah. No. Alright. My neighbors are all probably like, what is that dude doing? He's got like some type of cacti thing going on in there. Alright, I still have more bags. Alright, so here is my dedicated kind of travel bag for my tech. Well, not my tech, but my camera gear. So there's that. It seems pretty stable. Yeah, it's pretty stable. There's more. I have my more express, my extremely portable camera bag where it has like all the foam and stuff like that. There we go. So I think that's counting about 4 book bags, 1 messenger bag, 1 sling bag, and then kind of 1 pouch. And then we have my gym bag right here. This one actually stays on the ground just because it's my gym bag. But I guess in retrospect, I could put it on top there. But ultimately, wow. I have to tell my girlfriend thank you because this thing is pretty solid. I mean, you can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 book bags on this thing. I have 1 messenger bag. I have kind of a sling bag, and I have another sling bag or 2 downstairs. And it's pretty solid. I mean, all right. So I don't know if this video is going to get any views because truly, why do you care if I'm setting up a tower of bags here? But if it does, I want to thank you for just kind of hanging out with me because of the fact that I post videos regularly. Let me move this out of the way. So, I post videos every week, and sometimes the videos are going to be about cats, sometimes the videos are going to be about fish, sometimes videos are going to be about Seattle, or traveling, or vlogging, or technology, or whatever it is. I actually have a few ideas coming up here in the near future for 2025. There I am. So that way I can talk a little bit more about how this channel is going to grow and how I can help you with daily life. So, very weird video. I feel like super insecure right now because I'm like, I just set up a bag tower and I told people about my name and my cat. And the fact that I don't wear matching socks. Where this video goes, it goes. But I hope you're along for the ride. So I'll see you in the next one.